Good late morning, everyone. Andy Carlson here, coming to you with the Sniper Scalping Systems recap session for Wednesday, November 13th. I'm excited to be back with you guys for another recap session. Today we're going to recap 2 markets. Yesterday we recapped 3. We're going to try to trim it down to where we're picking 1 market a day to recap. The goal and desire is to have these recap sessions be something easy and fast for you guys to digest, so I want to try to keep them to around 10 minutes. The only way to do that is to pick a market each day, but we'll pick different markets so you'll get a lot of different flavor. But today we're going to go ahead and look at 2 different markets, and we'll start it off with gold. One of the themes that's been going on now for most all last week, and yesterday was no exception, our standard sniper signals, the standard sniper signal and the pulse extreme line cross signal have been outstanding. You know, they've been just the dumb kind of robotic black box signals have been really exceptional, and they were good again today. Maybe not quite as extremely good as they've been for maybe 4 or 5 days in a row now, so they've backed off a little bit, but still, you know, pretty high quality. And the key, obviously, to long-term successful trading with the sniper systems and tools is to build that personalized trading plan, clearly defined written trading plan that's going to have you weed out certain signals as you're going through anyway. We don't look to trade every single signal, except when the markets are just absolutely in an insane run. Then it's okay to say, you know what, I'm going to put the trading plan aside. I'm going to take every trade until the market gives me a loss or 2, and then you pick your trading plan back up and start weeding trades out. So anyway, let's go through and take a look at a couple of markets. Starting at 6 a.m. this morning, we got our pulse extreme line cross short signal. Remember, this pulse extreme line cross signal, it's a fully automated signal calling indicator. I didn't put that little arrow on the screen or anything like that. The computer does it. Same with these dots. And what causes that to be generated is you see this black line over here in the colored area. When it crosses over that white gap to the gray area, that's when we get our sell signal. And when the black line crosses over the white gap to the colored area, we get the buy signal. It didn't end up being that great a buy. We'll talk about why I personally would have not executed that one. Then it crosses back to the gray area, we get a sell. Black line crosses over the white gap to the colored area, we get a buy. Very visually pleasing and easy to anticipate and be ready to trade. Okay, so we're coming a little short, obviously a huge great win. Why is this buy no good? Well, I personally like action line confirmation with my trades, which means I want the action line sloping down on a sell like it is there, sloping down on a sell like it is there, sloping up on a buy like it is there. Here we have a buy, but we do not have any action line confirmation. The action line is either sloping down or flat. It's definitely not sloping up. So I personally wouldn't have executed that trade. We got a standard sniper down here on the lows, a pretty doggone good-looking trade. This is actually a PEDC also. You see 2 down close price bars, no down hook in the pulse line, up close price ball, up hook. Standard sniper. We also got a DPTL running through there. Really nice trade. Calling the lows there on a pretty intense move down. Pretty impressive. Okay, this was a little spiky price action. Let me draw a line through that. You probably would not trade this one. All this price action came in a matter of seconds, so that's not a trade you would have executed. But we're back to the pulse extreme line cross buy. You know, black line crosses white gap to the colored area. We got action line sloping up. Good looking trade. We bounced off a minor double top, rolling back down. Action line starts sloping down. That's a good short there. Okay, I do not take pulse extreme line cross trades that occur with the opposite color bar color. So this wants to get short on blue bars. I don't do that, especially when there's no action lines confirmation. Okay, so that's not a trade I would ever execute. We got nice upsloping action line. We put in a little mini bottoming formation here. Pretty nice buy winner. We do have action line confirmation here. We are coming off of that topping area, so this isn't a bad short. You know, you could say the negative, of course, is that you're trying to get short right on top of the 50 XMA. That is a negative, but there were enough things going for that would be a trade that I could possibly want to execute, and that one would have been a loser. Rolling it back up, action lines sloping back to the upside. We're long, boom, nice winner. Short, Nice winner, and you can just watch in this action line. You see it cross over, long signal comes. You see the black line cross over that white gap. You see the sell signal comes. Okay, standard sniper signal. Again, this is also a PEDC. Makes it a little higher quality trade. Happened to occur right at a DPTL. Very nice. Okay. We got the start of a consolidation area in here. You know, you're definitely you're okay taking this signal. Probably would get drawn into this one. Now, you know, you could weed this out because there's not a lot of action line slope, but there's enough there. The negative, again, just like that other trade we talked about, we're coming right up on the 50 XMA. So some sniper owners that are looking for the best of the best, higher quality stuff, they wouldn't take these two. You know, they might weed out a few of these wins for similar reasons, but they'd pass on this because the entry's trying to get long right in front of the 50 XMA. But we'll count that one as a loser. We're not going to get long on a red bar and no action line confirmation. Okay, no action line confirmation. Obviously, the short is gorgeous. It's in the direction of the short-term trend. Nice downside divergence. Standard sniper pulse extreme line cross short. And then this trade, we're breaking out of the consolidation, makes that short, you know, nice. Action line starts sloping solidly again. Okay, this is an area where you could have blocked this off based on consolidation, in which case shorting off the upper edge of the consolidation would be viable. You would have avoided all these longs because they're trying to get long punching up on the upper edge, not something we want to do in consolidation. And then this short is okay because we're actually, the entry comes after breaking out of the consolidation. Okay, not a trade I'd want to execute here because we don't have action line confirmation on the buy. Now, not much profit available here on the sell, but there is 5 or 6 ticks, and then the buy obviously really nice. So if we count it up, I'll count all the, you know, red boxes as losses, even though there are some reasons why we wouldn't take some of them. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 2, 6, 7 and 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 and 3 since 6 a.m. You know, not too shabby. Obviously, we are weeding out a few signals based on action line slope, okay? But that's just some what one of our most successful sniper graduates calls common sense, you know? You do a few little common sense things, and that's an example of some of the common sense things. All right, let's bring the DAX over. The DAX was the market of the morning, guys. It had great movement, and we'll look at some of that. So starting at 3:30 a.m., the DAX obviously is a European market. It trades very successfully overnight from my perspective, East Coast time. A lot of overseas traders like to engage in the DAX, so it's definitely one I want to highlight and show how effective the sniper tools are on it. And then it's also very effective during our day session, especially in the morning, which you'll see. Same exact idea. The black line crosses over the white gap to the gray area. Signal fires. Nice big win. We got a standard sniper and a pulse extreme here. Nice win. So we're just boom, boom, boom. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we're at 7, 8, 9 winners in a row here. Okay. And now we start to look at this. Look at the intensity. This is what I wanted to show you. Look at the intensity of this move down. Okay. First of all, remember just the basic common sense idea that we talked about. You know, demand action line confirmation. So if you're demanding action line confirmation, you're not going to execute or be interested in any of these buy trades. When you have a market, guys, that's spending 90% of its time on one side of the action line, okay, so it poked its head up above the action line there. That's really the only place, actually. So it's probably 98% of its time on one side of the action line, right? Don't trade against it. You know, that's a market that's on a mission. That's a market that's on a move, you know, in a major move. So trade with it. Again, just a few little basic, not too hard, not sophisticated, common sense things. Stay off of the buy side here, okay? You can go for failure continuation on these standard sniper signals if you want to. All of those would have been winners. But stay off the buy side. If you engage in the sell side, you got 1, 2, 3. There was a sell side loss right there. 4, 5, 6 wins during that move down and 1 loss. Now notice the difference. Let me open it up a little bit here. See the difference, the steepness and the cleanness of this move down, all the price action staying on one side of the action line, which is that yellow line that turns black and gray sometimes too. Now we got different. We're getting all the way up to the 50 XMA, all the way up to the 60, all the way up to the 50, even breaking through. This is bottoming formation. I talked about this live in the room with you guys. Okay, this is bottoming. We talked about, we'll call this a loss, but we talked about not liking this sell because it occurred right at the low. I would have wanted to short that, but I would have waited a little longer. I would have put my sell stop 2 ticks below that low to force it to break out. It never did break out. And then this buy is the first buy I'd be interested in. This buy was a winner. This one was a winner, but I wouldn't be interested in those because of the massive move down. I would be waiting for more confirmation that this down move was over and that this bottom, was serious. And this is very serious bottoming, so I'd be interested in this buy over here, and then we're off to the races. We talked about this short. I heard Jay do it, and then I came in right after it and talked about this short live in the room. And then we got a couple of other nice wins here. Loser there, failure continuation winner. Okay, and then we got some short action up top that occurred here while we were doing this recap for a nice win. So if we add it up, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 7 and 2, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 3, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 and 3, using a little bit of common sense to not fight a massive trend. Okay, so I forget what our wins were over in gold, but again, just using a little bit of common sense to wait for action line confirmation. That's not something that's too hard to do. Would have yielded you exceptionally high returns, obviously, and same thing here in the DAX. All right, so that's our recap here for Wednesday, November 13th. We recapped the gold market and the crude oil. Wow, Andy, get this right. The gold market and the DAX market. Yesterday we also did crude oil. I'm sure we'll probably take a look again at crude oil tomorrow, and maybe we'll bring a stock index future in soon, either the Russell or the NASDAQ or something like that for you stock index futures lovers. So have a great rest of your trading day, everybody. Take good care, and we hope to see you back here in the main live sniper room. Thanks, everyone.